Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. So we're going to move forward this week into our Psalm 23 and we're at verse 5. It's taken us quite a few weeks to get here, but oh, the depths of the richness of this word. For me anyway, I pray it has been for you. So we're going to read, I want to read the whole Psalm today because looking into verse 5 and even into the next verse for next week, verse 6, it feels like we're taking a little bit of a different turn where we have been looking at the shepherd and the sheep. There's the imagery or the analogy that he's using, the wording here is not so much that anymore. So we've been talking about, let's just go from the top. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So you can hear the shift just a little bit in the types of words that David is using here. So he's been talking about in verses 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Lord is our shepherd to feed, guide, and shield. He makes us to lie down in green pastures, leads us by restful waters, restoring our soul, leading us in the right paths, walking through dark valleys of shadow. I won't fear. Your rod and your staff comfort me. But then he goes on to say, you prepare a table for me. Shepherds don't prepare tables for their sheep, really. So you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So I was doing some study on this, and you really can see the difference or begin to hear the difference in the types of words that are used. But it's like we've been invited to the house of the Lord. Well, that thought in and of itself is exciting enough, but we're going to dig into that just a little bit and what it would look like being invited to his house. One thing that sticks out to me, if we're talking about this as the Lord as our host, that he prepares a table for us. Let's just stop there. And even taking it shorter, that he prepares the table, that he does the work. He arranges it. Actually, in Hebrew, that's what that word prepare means. It's to arrange or set in order. Now, I have to tell you, as I was making my notes down for this and studying, I got really excited, and Dustin said, oh, she's got something. So immediately had to go and grab the book that I was looking for. But I've been reading this. This is a Joseph Prince book called The Prayer of Protection, and I'm reading it and studying it in preparation for the next passage that we're going to get into. After we finish Psalm 23, we're going to Psalm 91. So I've been reading Joseph Prince's book about Psalm 91. But in that, he had a section in there about times and chance and how, as believers, our lives really aren't left up to chance. We don't, it's not by accident that things happen with us. And so this quote really got my attention. Right happenings are dependent upon the Lord's orchestration. Right happenings are dependent upon the Lord's orchestrations. And see, the orchestrations, that he orchestrated it, that he set it in order, that he prepared it, that he arranged it or set it in order. And that's what the prepare means here in Hebrew, to arrange or to set in order. So I just want you, of course we're almost at the 5-minute mark today, to really think about that as you go about your day, that right happenings, these things, and of course what we're going to get into is this table that the Lord prepares. It's by his orchestration, that he puts it together, that he sets it up, he makes the connections. And don't you know, that just takes so much pressure off of us, that we don't prepare the table evil. We're not looking for provision. He is the one that goes before us and sets it up. And I'll leave you with this encouragement for this week. This has been life-changing for me. And it is the thought that if I have to go there, if there is a place that I have to walk, the Lord has gone before me and made provision available for me to walk there successfully, to walk there prosperously. If I have to go there, then He has already made provision available for me when I get there. Isn't that good? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.